Dax is better than you and you know it.
Not
and
really.
Joe,
Yeah.
I'm furrier than you and you know it.
I'm okay with the furry part.
I haven't said that in a while.
That's cool.
That needs to be on the t-shirt. PWO, Public World Order, Mark the Monster. I'm furrier than you and you know it.
I got you.
You gonna buy that shirt, Joe?
I'll buy a
We
shirt.
gotta get Mark the Monster PWO gear hitting the merch shop. I'm gonna go work with the merch table. Hey, come buy a t-shirt. Some t-shirts and
I ain't
wristbands.
telling nobody nothing.
You wanna buy one?
I'll buy one. I need a
All right.
size 6.
$55.
Okay. $55.
Yeah. That's how I'm not selling that much at the show. $55. Gonna make bank. Right. Wanna be a baller? Stop.
Yeah.
YouTube will get upset. Played 25 seconds of the Notorious B.I.G. last week. And we got an email.
What?
You didn't get us taken down again, did you? No, we didn't get a strike or anything. Just in some areas, it may be restricted and it can't be monetized.
Hey.
Well, we got news for them. We don't monetize this at all. Strictly independent.
Hey. You know, like the quote from Do or Die said, ain't that some shit?
Hey, it just shows the go yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little does YouTube know, strictly independent. I ain't taking money from nobody. Self-funded. That's why we can drop when we want. We can do reels when we want. We can say what we want. We can call Eric Bischoff a dipshit when we want.
He did nothing to you, but okay.
We can do all that shit whenever we want.
Hey, there you go.
What's up, Joe?
What's that?
I say that, a little negativity there, but you know what? I want to give you a little bit of positivity today, Joe. Just a little bit. And I'm just going to hit you with a word from the learning tree, Chris Jericho.
Hey, guys. For the world champion, Chris Jericho, the learning tree. Just wanted to say hi to you guys. Just give you your daily lesson. Remember to always believe in yourselves, guys. That's what I do. It's taking me straight to the top. Thanks to all of you supporting me vociferously, unabashedly. Those both mean a lot. And I just want to continue to thank you for your never-ending support. And this For the World Championship is for you. I can't wait to be on Dynamite again this Wednesday, hopefully for 3 or 4 segments. I mean, the more Jericho, the more learning tree. I just think the better the world is for the world. So just wanted to say thanks again to you guys, and just know I'll never let you down the way that you never let me down. Thanks, everybody.
What do you think of the current gimmick Chris Jericho is doing? There's tons of negativity around Chris Jericho right now. I have fans chanting for him to retire. He's tons of go away, heel heat. What are your thoughts?
I think we're at the point where this could be Chris Jericho's last run since he's saying he's the learning tree. So I'm saying Chris Jericho is right now, like, at all the characters have been so far, the learning tree. Cocky, trying to teach everybody how to do the right way. I'm saying this is probably his final chapter in wrestling. This could be his stepping stone, saying he needs to find the next Chris Jericho. He thought it could have been a Hook, but it's not going to be Hook. So it's probably going to be somebody else. His next opponent after Hook is probably going to be the next future Chris Jericho, in his opinion.
So you think Big Bill
Not
is going to be the.
No. Another.
I mean, Big Bill's going to align with him, so I mean that's going to clearly be a feud he's going to be involved in, right?
No. I mean somebody, not somebody just following his steps. Somebody he's going to fight again. Like the next person he's going to fight is going to be the next Jericho. So maybe it could be like Danny Garcia.
Ooh, man, you think? I don't know. You think a Danny Garcia Jericho feud again does something positive for Danny Garcia?
He ain't really doing much, but doing like trios and tag team matches right now.
Yeah, I feel like we were early to the putting young people with Chris Jericho is a bad idea. I think we were the first ones kind of saying, let's stop doing that. Please, let's stop. I said it last week, and I really want to double down on it with the idea of Big Bill being involved with Jericho. Bring in Enzo. Please, Tony Khan. I know you're watching. I know you're watching. I know you and Dean and Jerry Lynn and QT. I know you guys are watching us. I don't know if you're here live, but I know you're probably at least checking us out on Spotify. Bring in Enzo. Put Enzo back with Big Bill for this Jericho thing. I know, Joe, I know you don't want to see Enzo in the ring. Personally, I think he's had some good matches on the Indies. I do.
He did. I ain't gonna lie, he did.
There's not a person outside of MJF on MJF's not even on TV right now. So right now, can you tell me anyone in AEW who can come close to Enzo's ability on that microphone? Anybody at all? Instinctively, I would have said Christian Cage.
Cage count? I see.
Yeah. Instinctively, I would have gone with Christian. But then we had this past week, and I didn't think it was that great, but it was okay. But yeah, maybe Christian.
Okay. I'm going to try to not think about the older generation guys like Christian Cage. I'm going to think about somebody right now. So, the one that was with Danny Garcia in the background, always doing commentary. Who was that? That was part of the group. Oh God,
Daddy Magic.
That's his name. Yeah.
That dude sucked. Come on, man.
I mean,
he was awful. Him on commentary was nauseating. At best, it made me want to throw up.
Okay. All right.
He sucks.
Okay.
He's a terrible interview. That whole, I'm an entertainer. All that shit. That dude sucked. And I get that the whole shtick was to be annoying, but he was on a different level of annoying with that whole thing. Too much of that was natural for that guy. Guy's a chowderhead.
Okay. Aleister Black. Oh, not Aleister Black.
You think Malachi? So I don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of the House of Black. I'm a huge fan of Malachi. I'm a huge fan of the whole thing. Man, if you had him and Enzo cutting promos on each other, first of all, it'd be the polar opposites. The segment would be bad. But man, do you really think he beats Enzo in a promo battle?
I would say Enzo could do it with the fast talk, beat him, and call him names. But Aleister Black can do it with going with a straight shot and tell you how he really feels about you.
Yeah, I mean, Aleister could certainly do it with more of an evil tone.
Yeah.
Man, as far as getting a crowd reaction, Enzo's going to smoke it. Bada boom. Realest guy in the room, how you doing?
I'm saying Aleister Black.
I still, to this day, I will go back on YouTube and watch Enzo promos.
Did you watch the debut when they debuted on Raw?
I'm sure I did. I think I've probably seen every WWE and NXT Enzo promo.
I think it was like the Monday after the WrestleMania. It was one of them. Where they made their debut.
Yeah, they debuted after Mania. I don't remember which one it was. Let's see if I can find it.
15 or 16. 15 or 16.
What's the deal?
Debuted with.
Are you kidding me? Oh boy! Oh my God!
Where I kill the intro music. Don't want to get popped for that. We'll wait till they get on here with the mic. So it was April 4th, 2016. Enzo and Cass interrupt the Dudley Boys.
I knew it was one.
You're in for. Well, some would say you're in for.
Good pop. They got a good pop in 2016. This is fresh off their NXT run, and Soft was a big deal. Yeah, Enzo up there doing his crazy little shuffle. His hair was something preposterous.
It was part of his character.
It was just ludicrous. I mean, it was just ludicrous.
I know.
Here's that crowd.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Big Cass, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room, how you doing?
Just tell me that would not get a reaction in AEW.
I ain't saying it not. It will get a reaction. Yes, it will. I ain't gonna say it's not.
So why so many people in pro wrestling get a second chance? So many people get a second chance. Well, why is no one giving Enzo Amore a second chance? Because right now we have the perfect opportunity to give him a second chance.
I say he kind of like in the category with what's it called it? Or he kind of in the category with what's it called it?
With Velveteen? Are you gonna lump him in with Velveteen?
No. He in the with Austin Aries. Kind of like burn bridges with everybody. He kind of burned some bridges.
But I mean, Enzo really didn't burn bridges. I mean, he got accused of something, never got charged with something, but failed to report something, and allegedly didn't get along with guys in the locker room. I guess didn't know his role, so to speak. That's alleged. I mean, you got tons of people who are like that in the business. Tons of guys. CM Punk, right there, just right out the gate. Let's not even bullshit around. CM Punk don't get along with people, and he's one of the biggest stars in the business. And I think in a promo battle, gets smoked by Enzo. I think Enzo makes Punk look stupid. But right now, you have Jericho in a slump, so to speak. And I love that Jericho's playing into it. I really do. I love that he's doing these Instagram videos, and he's coming out there and he's saying, people think they know what's going on, they don't know. So I think whatever's coming next for Jericho is going to be just absolutely fantastic. I really do.
Yeah.
With that, I think that a great catalyst for that would be to have Enzo and Cass take Jericho out and put him on the show.
Mm. Oh, okay. Okay. Uh,
What do you think? How do we get Jericho to whatever the next thing is? Because I don't think the learning tree is the end game. Because no one's liking it. Doesn't mean people won't come around, but fans are pretty distraught.
I don't know. Oh.
Just imagine if Big Bill doesn't even like bullshit around about turning out Jericho. He just does it quick. And Enzo's there to help him. And they just beat Jericho just mercilessly.
That is true. Hold it.
I think it'd be good. And what if they were to align themselves with Jericho's former running mates? Maybe you connect them with a few folks from JAS, which was a shit show faction. Maybe you mix in a little bit of Sammy Guevara from Inner Circle.
You said this stuck with the Inner Circle. Tell you the truth, Inner Circle was the best thing ever for Jericho.
Hey man, we were the first ones out here saying JAS sucked. Out the gate, that shit was terrible.
It was. I ain't gonna lie, it was.
Talking about people beating people down, we got the audio from the Elite's attack on Kenny Omega.
We are live with AEW Rampage. Damage may have been done by the Elite. Oh no! The medical team bringing Kenny to the ambulance. Oh no! Look who it is. I love you to death. It's just business. She's so right. Oh no! Jake White, Dante Martin.
They got to change the world, right? They attacked Kenny Omega.
Yeah. Hold on. Yo, I'll be right back, your mama. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
What'd you think of it? Joe is taking a break from us briefly, but when he gets back, he's going to give us his opinions on the Elite's attack of Kenny Omega. And anyone who didn't see it, I don't know. Kenny comes out and says he's not done, still battling diverticulitis, and still going to be out for a little while. We get a face-off with Kenny and Okada, which is great.
Yes. Which is great.
Then we get the Elite attack Kenny Omega.
I know. That's funny.
Finally, no remorse.
That was cold, though. That was cold. They shouldn't have did that. But you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, you knew it was coming.
Like, I knew it was
wish
coming.
they wouldn't have leaked that Kenny was coming back. Like, I knew he was, they're in Canada. You knew he was going to have to be on the show. But I wish they wouldn't have told us, and he could have just been back on that, been like, what are you guys doing? What is going on?
I ain't gonna lie. When they said we have a former champion coming in the challenge, Swerve Strickland, I really thought that was who was gonna be was King Omega. I ain't gonna lie. Like, because the Young Bucks came out and was like, we have a former champion, Grand Home Canadian. I already said it. And I'm like, there you go. It's Kenny about to fight Swerve since they did promote it last week. He's coming back. So I'm like, there you go. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I was not expecting Christian Cage to be facing Swerve Strickland.
I didn't either. That was the good part about it. I wasn't thinking that either.
How do you feel about that?
I was like, okay.
I mean, we both know we knew a Kenny beatdown was coming, and I don't know how entertaining that was necessarily, but at least it gives us something whenever Kenny gets back.
I think it's good. It's great. It's great because they're giving Swerve a new challenge. It had a story behind the whole how they all came together. It had a great.
They gave us a good story, right? Like I initially wasn't even like thinking that, and they planted the seeds for that I hope that was intentional, or maybe it's just a happy accident. Could just be a happy accident, I guess. But yeah, I think it was good groundwork, some long-term storytelling. I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at either. Because I forgot they were a tag team. They were in a match together. I so forgot about that until Kristen brought it up.
And so did I.
I forgot about, like, wait a minute. That did happen. That really did. I like, oh. So yeah, they got us good with that part because everybody forgot about that. Even me. I'm like, so I ain't even mad. So I see that's a good thing they got him going as the China Jazz.
So, I mean, clearly, Christian Cage isn't going to beat Swerve Strickland, right?
Right.
So, I think that's a good victory for Swerve to get in the bag. I mean, I think right now, I mean, we knew WWE kind of same thing. We knew Cody wasn't losing to AJ. We knew that wasn't going to happen, right? We know that Swerve is not going to lose to Christian Cage, and we knew that Damian Priest wasn't going to drop his title.
I can't do it right now. I can't. Yes.
But man, of all the world titles that could have changed hands recently, I think Damian Priest could have lost his yesterday.
Really?
Let me send it back to our boys in the production truck. Let's just play some of that audio of Jey Uso in France at Backlash.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. That crowd loved Jey Uso.
They did. They loved.
You could have put the belt on him yesterday.
I'm gonna say the whole crowd was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That crowd puts every crowd in the States to shame.
Oh, come on. Move so I can go. Thank you. Yeah, so these kids. Anyway, back here, yeah. I wanted to say this. Damian Priest was on point. Damian Priest had it going. He had everything, but y'all trying to make my boy look all bad. But he good.
What do you think happens on Raw tomorrow night with Damian Priest and the Judgment Day?
They're going to try to break him up somehow. But he's going to probably apologize, saying he was overreacting. He don't need their help or anything like that.
I think the same thing, but I think I think he's going to attack Finn. I think the Good Brothers are going to make the save for Finn, and Good Brothers join Judgment Day. Or at least Good Brothers join up with Finn, and we have this divide wherever loyalty's at. Who goes with Finn and the Good Brothers, who stays with Damian Priest. Because we got to get to Finn Balor versus Damian Priest at SummerSlam.
I'm going to say the crack is going to happen in July. It's going to happen in July.
Yeah, I think we'll get some time. It'll be a slow burn, but I think we got to get there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's weird that they drafted the Judgment Day to Raw, but Rhea Ripley wasn't included in that.
I thought that was me.
Did you notice that?
I did.
Yeah, they drafted Finn, JD, and Dom. They didn't say Rhea was included, and of course Damian's already there because he's the champ.
I don't know that. You.
You in trouble?
No, I ain't in trouble. I'm a good ex-man. Don't look at me. I'm a good one. Yeah. Yeah, remember I told you about the hair, that's all. That's all.
We talked a little bit about Finn Balor. Finn has re-signed his contract with WWE. Everyone whose contract was about to expire has re-signed. I want to kick it over a little bit to a friend of the show, Sam Roberts, the Not Sam podcast. Just going to give you his take a little bit on the status of WWE contracts at the moment. Go ahead, Sam. Mike's all yours.
I think it's very interesting the way WWE is handling re-signing talent. That historically, that's been something that's talked about in the dirt sheets, but not really publicized, which is interesting because in the sports world, when all that contract stuff, I think is far more public than it is in the wrestling world. And it feels like they might be taking the lead from there. Finn Balor announced on his Instagram account that he loved his time in the WWE, and that's why, ellipses, he is not going anywhere. And then we got a video from Drew McIntyre, who was at a dinner and was presented by the waiter with a sword, apparently a gift from a member of the board of directors of TKO, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think that it's a good thing. If we're all going to...
So what do you think? The openness of guys re-signing their contracts and staying, you think that's good to just for WWE to start taking the ball with that, making that stuff public instead of letting it be a dirt sheet kind of thing?
I think it's good because no more Vinnie Mac. So people are now knowing that their career ain't going to be trash. They ain't going to be doing dumb, retarded stuff. Like your dog fight or your, I don't know, or your sword on the stone. Something crazy like that. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think it's a different place. I hope they start being way more open with contracts and negotiations and putting it out there whenever a contract's about to be up. And, I think there's opportunity for it to be a little bit of the story, maybe not like how Vince would do it with some folks. But it's funny that you mentioned that, too, about the dog food thing and kind of how people were being treated. Gunther recently was very open about that he didn't want to be here with Vince. I think I have that quote from him right here.
I don't know. But also, that was also one of the reasons often why I didn't want to, for a long time, I didn't want to go to the US because from what the product was before Triple H was not what I enjoyed. It was not, I just didn't want to be part of that.
So even Gunther didn't want to be part of WWE before Triple H took over. He was there. He was there pre-Triple H era, and he was given the IC title under Vince. But even he didn't want to be a part of that shit show.
I know, crazy, right?
Right. Yeah, it was a mess.
But I thought he wanted to do it because he had to travel over to the U.S. He wanted to stay in UK.
That was his story at the time, and now I think he feels a little bit more free to be open about it. I think it's a good place. I think now the elite era of WWE is what I'm calling it because it's very, very much like AEW was out the gate. I think it's in a good spot. I think sadly that WWE is in such a good spot that it makes people think that AEW is in a bad place, and I don't feel that way.
I think as of right now, this is my opinion. This is just me. The year 2024, the Paul Levesque era is going to be something good.
Elite era.
Okay, elite era. So anyhow, yeah, it's like this. Paul Levesque, Triple H, wherever you want to call him, he been under Vince's wing for what, 30? Almost 30 years? Somewhere around there?
Yeah, this is about a 30-year career in WWE.
30-year career.
Just about.
And not a 30-year career, I would say the past 15 or maybe less than 15 years. Vince, he been following under Vince's wing, doing all that stuff, producer, writing. But now he realized what is it the fans and people want? His loyal employees, if you want to say that. Employees. He knows what they want. He knows how to treat them. He's going to give them what they want because he knows what it's like to be a wrestler. He knows what it's like to be a role. So, you got a person that done it 30 years, knows what it's like, knows what missing out on family and time, everything is. So he's giving them what they want. So let's just say, I broke my arm, storyline. You want to be home with your family. Gotcha. Hey, you don't want to dress up like the turkey for Survivor Series. First thing pops in my head. Forgive me.
The gobbledygooker.
There we go. Gobbledygooker. You don't want to be the gobbledygooker. You want to dress what you feel fits you. If you feel pants are not you rather wear shorts, we'll get you in the shorts. If you don't want to wear a shirt, we'll put the shirt list. We're going to make you feel the way you want to feel. That is what Triple H is doing. He wants his workers to stay with him, be with him, give them what they want, not give them everything, but he's going to try to work it out with them and make you feel wanted, make you feel like, make him feel like me on this podcast. Like, I feel like I'm family on this podcast. I was supposed to be on here like a day or two, but now look at me. I'm going on like a year, 2 years strong now every Sunday. So, hey, look at it that way. I can put it in that way. That's what it is. You would think it happened today. Boom. It's happening forever until this thing crashes.
Damn right. Yeah. I think wrestling as a whole is in a good place. I think that a lot is made of the difference between number one and number two. WWE's number one has been, probably always will be. I think AEW is a number two, and yeah, there's a gap there between one and two. But the gap from WWE to AEW is a much smaller gap than any number two has been with WWE in the last 20 plus years.
I built that.
Pre-AEW, who was number two?
TNA.
So whenever you go back and you look at 2017, 2018 TNA, they were lucky to put a few hundred people in an arena. Ring of Honor was lucky to put 2,000 people in an arena. New Japan, when they would come to the States, was lucky to put 2,000 people in an arena. And you got wrestling fans who are upset because AEW can't put 15,000 in an arena. Like, I think wrestling fans are really I think they have memory lapses and forget what it was like pre-AEW.
I don't think they do.
But I think AEW is telling a lot of great stories and putting on fantastic matches every week. WWE is 100% on fire. So my question to you, before we get out of here on this Sunday, is who is your wrestler of the week for the past week?
Okay. I'm going to be the one that you probably going to look at me all crazy about. But my wrestler of the week is Tiffany Stratus.
Tiffy time?
Tiffy time. Yes. That's my wrestler of the week. The reason why I picked her because she had some good things going on this week. The last last night at Backlash, I know you probably didn't watch the match, but man, she did good last night in that match. She really did good.
Really?
Yeah. Even on Friday Night SmackDown, she did good. And then appearance on Raw. So I was just looking out for somebody different, looking at all the draft picks this week. That's what I did. And I just want to see what they see in Tiffany. And I say Tiffany, she's doing a good thing for herself right now. She actually making her way up there. But that's who I picked, Tiffany Stratus.
That's good. Happy to hear it. We'll give you, here's the Tiffany Stratton is Joe's Wrestler of the Week. My Wrestler of the Week was not victorious this past week. However, man, part of an incredible match that we knew how it was going to go, but the match was incredible from the entrances to the ending. If this match had taken place in Japan, Meltzer would have given it 17 stars. But my Wrestler of the Week is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ
I think AJ and Cody wrestled a fantastic match.
It was.
I think it was great. I think AJ's in great shape. I do, as I opened the show and I said it, I think that's probably the last main event we see AJ in on a premium live event. But I think it was fantastic. So I tip my hat to the OG BC Too Sweet AJ Styles. Phenomenal one. Great match. Him and Cody just tore the house down. Everything on that card would have been difficult to follow because it started off so strong. That crowd stayed engaged and energized right to the very end, and everyone who stepped foot in that ring at Backlash put on a great show. That was one of the best pay-per-views I've ever seen.
And the best, the debut of G.O.D. G.O.D.
Yeah.
I would not
Will
expect
is
that.
Destiny. Me either.
That was good.
I think we still have a lot more new Bloodline members to join us, but I think the story there was a look on Paul Heyman's face whenever he was talking to Jey Uso. That look of please help. With that, thank you everyone who joined us here live on Instagram. If you didn't catch us live on Instagram, thank you for checking us out. Spotify, YouTube Music, wherever it is you're finding us.
Oh, wait.
Ooh, we got one more thing from Joe.
One more thing. Before we go. Next week. This is for the fans, okay? I'm repeating it. For the fans. So next week, there will be a special trivia for the fans. Special trivia. Oh, shit is right. And the reason why I say it's for the fans, because next week, all questions and answers are going to be brought to you by the next week's sponsor, CageMatch.com. So remember, you fans voted. These are fans, legit votes. I'm not making the votes this time. These are fans. So I'm going to find random 10 questions. Remember.
Uh-oh.
Fans. So it ain't going to be mine.
Yeah, audience questions coming in.
Audience.
There you go. So get your questions to Joe. That way Joe can bring out some more trivia for us next week. And we all know my memory is shit. So it's going to be a difficult go. So it'll be easy to outscore me. Well, so everyone get your questions to Joe. Let's see what kind of trivia he can come up with. Any last words of wisdom, Joe? Any predictions for Raw? Can't hear a word you're saying, Joe. Your audio cut out. Yep, Joe, you lost audio. So we will have to drop in maybe tomorrow for some words of wisdom from Joe or any Raw predictions. But thank you, everyone. And I think it's only right we may as well leave the show with that with the crowd from Backlash singing us out, right? Let's let the crowd from Backlash sing us out, everybody. Thank you for checking us out. We are Don't Say the F Word. We don't use the F word when we talk about pro wrestling. Don't let your friends use it either.
Phenomenal! AJ!